Okay, hi guys, thanks for watching. Now here I am logged into, or sorry, I should say, here I have opened up my video editing tool. Okay, I'm going to be making banners, guys, in my video editing tool. I'm sure you could probably do this in most video editing tools, as long as you have, for example, a timeline. You have a certain amount of customization. You know, you can, for example, you can control the canvas size and stuff like that. So, you know, if that's the case, I'm sure you'll be able to do this in absolutely any video editing software, even possibly free. But I'm using Camtasia. This is Camtasia, and I'll just show you that this is the version 3. Okay, this is you simply using Camtasia version 3.1.6. But that's just my choice because I love this software. It isn't a free software. But go to the Camtasia website, do a search on Google. I'll put the link below in the description and you'll be able to check out Camtasia. But anyway, I'm sure that, you know, for example, if you have, any free video editing software such as Screencast-O-Matic, possibly, but I don't think with the free version you can actually edit much with the free version. But I think with the paid version, which I think is about $15 per year, you can do that. But I highly recommend Camtasia. So as you can see, I'm creating banners and it took me a few seconds to make, but you can do all kinds of things, you know, really, to be honest. You can drag and drop things around in your canvas. You have preset behaviors, and that's why you see them jumping around and coming in at different points and different times. You can do all kinds of really cool animation effects and stuff. But I'm going to keep this video very easy. So here's what I did. I basically, you know, dragged and dropped an image into the background. Okay, so I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to delete everything, and I'm going to show you what I did. So first of all, I opened up Camtasia. I went to the settings at the top here, and I went to project settings. Okay, and I set. Normally, when you're making a video, you have some, regular video sizes, but with the bottom here you have the custom size. Okay, and what I did is I just simply set the width to, for example, 7:8. Now if you go onto Google and you do a quick search about banner sizes, okay, most common, for example, AdWords display ad sizes, but you know, some of these are pretty standard. You know, for example, a lot of websites will require, for example, a 468 by 60 or a 728 by 90. I'd personally recommend going with for example, something like a 728 by 90 if you're doing, sort of in our space. Probably I would say the 3 sizes that you would be probably using for people in our space would be 728 by 90 or 468 by 60. So if you start with a 428 by 90, and then if you want to end up creating a 468 by 60, you can just shrink it down after you've created it, and I'll show you how to do that later. Or there's another size that people sometimes need, is a 125 by 125, a really small square one. So you can make something like this and then shrink it down to whatever square size you need. Or if you want to make it large so you can post it on social media, again, that's up to you. So yeah, social media nowadays, particularly Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, will require kind of sort of large square sizes. I think it's 1080 by 1080 for sizes like that. But I'm going to create a small, a rectangular size. It'll end up being about this. I suppose about this size roughly, but you can zoom in, and I like to zoom in so I can have plenty of room. But keep things large. Be bold with your banners, because otherwise they can't really see or read the text. And keep it short. I would keep it for around 5 seconds if you're going to do an animated banner. So what I'm going to do first is I love to keep a lot of graphics on my folder so I can have immediate access to it. So I've got backgrounds and stuff. So what you can do is you can import, for example, backgrounds. You can drag them straight onto your canvas, and then you can resize. It doesn't matter if they resize big. The only thing that people are going to see after the banner is exported is the stuff within the canvas here, the stuff that's lit up. Everything that dark over here they're not going to see, but it doesn't matter. So the good thing about Camtasia is you can center things up very easily by dragging it around. It gives you those sort of guides, and you can snap it to the right place. And then you can put in, for example, text. You've got annotations. I can drag in something like this, and then I can, for example, join. I don't know. So, for example, okay, free or 100% free. Marketing system. I'm not really going to spend a huge amount of time on this, but it's really up to you. Probably better to make the size of the text big so people can actually read it. And I'm going to center that in the middle there, and then I'm going to go to the behaviors, and I'm going to add in something, I don't know, like this, for example. Just drag it and drop it straight over the top, and it'll sort of bounce in. So these behaviors are pre-done for you. However, you can tweak them a little bit on the properties settings around here, so it's bouncing in or drifting in or fading in or whatever. Then during it, you can set, for example, it continues to jump or continues to pop or whatever, and then what happens when it goes out? It'll drop out, for example, or it'll shrink out or whatever. I'll just select the shrink. Okay, and then you can just test it. Okay, and then it shrinks out, if you see what I mean. Okay, now the next thing you can do, for example, is if you want to have, for example, a button. By the way, guys, you don't have to have these white or anything. There are different colors, but you can also change the colors over here, even the font and everything. Join free, for example. Change the color. I don't know. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. There's so many different things you can do. And then you can also drag and drop images and graphics and all kinds of things. You can even do, notice, although this is a video screencasting tool, software, I'm just simply making a banner. And I haven't even taken any videos yet or recorded any videos. So, it's up to you what you do. But if you want to take like some screenshots or videos, here's what you could do, for example. See how it works. It's gonna just take. So what I did was I just paused the video there, and I just went ahead and just took some footage. This is the footage I took, and I just took a piece of footage of my software. I just had myself scrolling down the page just to show off the software. It might not look quite right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just resize that. So obviously with a small banner, because it's going to be very, very small. And I'm going to do some put in some animations, for example. And then after, now that the animation is added in there, I'm just going to scale it a little bit, just to sort of do some cool things, alter the various aspects of it. I'm also going to crop it a little bit. I'll crop it here as well. I'll chop the end off it because I can keep it down 5 seconds. And I want to have that over the top, so I'm going to rearrange that, bring it to the front. It's just to get the effect. Actually, I'm going to make that a bit smaller. Oops. So you're rearranging stuff. You're having stuff in different parts, different areas of your canvas, and they're animating it at different points and times. So the banner's sort of kind of looking not bad. And then what that's going to do is it's going to completely loop. After I export it as an animated GIF, it's going to just loop over and over again. What I think I'll do as well is I'm going to set the canvas, the background canvas, to the same color as the background itself. So when it loops, it's going to kind of loop seamlessly, and you're not going to notice. It's going to be really a really smooth loop. Simple as that, really. I mean, I'm not spending too much time on it. Yeah, you can do some more you can do all kinds of things like more animation. Hold on a minute. Put that there. So you can always zoom in on stuff. You might think that I'm doing a lot of advanced stuff, but trust me, Camtasia is so easy to use. And it's quite a lot of fun, actually, to be honest. I do love Camtasia. I'm just playing around with animations at the moment. The only way you can really truly learn a software is by playing around with it. You could just see me do stuff, and I'm doing stuff. I'm just playing around with stuff at the moment, and you can just watch me. But you might be thinking like, this is just too much. I'm just too confused, or whatever. But it doesn't matter, guys. Just go with the flow. It's really just to show you what is actually possible with a system like this, with a software like this. I don't know. Some people will say this is not that good, but others will say, well, yes, I get the idea, and I can do my own thing with it, and change it the way I want it, sort of thing. All I'm trying to show you is it has its built-in behaviors. You can do what you want with it. It has its animations in there. You can simply drag and drop stuff around, and then export it. So if you're looking for a simple banner ad creator, animated banner ad creator, this is a great little tool. So I'm going to export that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to options, and I'm going to keep it at the current, because the dimensions is current. It's going to just simply take the current dimensions, what you've set in the canvas, and it's going to grab the banner sizes that you've already set in your canvas already in the project itself. Okay, so that's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select GIF, export to animated GIF. Now the good thing about Camtasia is that it can export to animated GIF. Now if you don't have an export option as GIF, just export it as any format, like video format such as MP4, and then you'll be able to go to a website. I'll show you, and I'll link to that website in the comments, that will automatically just convert that straight from a video into a GIF. It's an free online tool. I'll show you that later. Hold on a minute. So let's export that, and as you can see, it exports really fast because it's only 5 seconds long, and that's the length kind of the length it should be. I wouldn't go beyond 10 seconds for an animated GIF because it'll just take too long to load, and it'll be too heavy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to my desktop and I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to drag and drop it into a browser window, and that's what it looks like. And it's just looping. And you notice it loaded fast. Well, it would load fast because it's on my desktop. But what you need to do, if you want to upload it somewhere, I would recommend just searching online, searching on Google for a hosted, somewhere to host, and host your images, and then host them there or whatever, and then you can just add them to your advertising campaigns. So that looks it doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Actually, what I think I should have done is give some animations for that button as well. I think I forgot to do that. So you know, you can always do some tweaks, and go and grab where the button is, select the button object, go to behaviors, and put in something like that, for example. Drag it on top, see how it looks. Not bad. So there you have it. You don't have to, you know, when you're using annotations, you don't have to use these shapes. You can use just plain text. For example, you could put in some text over the top there like that, and just put in your brand, for example. Okay. Change the color. Change the font if you want. There's plenty of fonts to choose from. I sometimes like, anyway, I don't know if your computer will have this, but you can always download fonts from the internet. But anyway, I'm not going to go into detail on fonts, but yeah. But basically, I think the end user is probably not going to see that unless it's a bit bigger. And you might think it's just getting in the way, so you could put it somewhere else. Maybe put it to white. They probably won't say it's just a brand or something. And then you can go to behaviors and something like this. Shrink it up to make sure it's within the 5 seconds that I want to keep it at, and then just play the thing. It's not able to see properly. Okay. It's probably not going to show up, but it just shows you what you can do. You don't have to have these kind of elements in there. You can have just plain text or whatever. So you could actually make a banner literally within seconds if you're just going to do something simple. At least you could have the animations. It's going to attract attention. So then, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just re-export that, save it over the top of that, set to GIF, and then replace that. So there's the new updated banner. Yeah, it's not bad. Just got to make sure it's it seems to be the right size. So yeah, it just gives the impression that the marketing system has plenty of capture pages. There's good animation, free, 100% free marketing system. Okay, join now. Some good, you know, call to action. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the tutorial, and by all means, you know, join Network Solutions Pro on the link below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Cheers.